So that is what is the graph of a linear equation. Now other graphs here, graph of y is equal to 4 and y is equal to minus 2. Let us see what graphs we get. If I take graph of y is equal to 4, first let me write it in standard form. We know that y is equal to x plus b, so the standard form will be, since x is not there, so I put at 0 here, 0 into x is 0 plus 4, again I'll get y is equal to 4. So write that linear equation standard form, that is y is equal to x plus b form first. Then find the ordered pairs. Now for different values of x and y, put x is equal to 0 here, y is equal to 4, put x is equal to 1, y is equal to 4. For different values of x, y remains the same. Now draw the graph. So we have x-axis, y-axis drawn to a suitable scale. Now locate the points 0 and 4, put a dot, 1 and 4, 1 and 4, put a dot, minus 1 and 4, put a dot, 2 and 4, put a dot, minus 2 and 4, put a dot. Join these dots, we get a straight line graph. But the straight line graph here is parallel to x-axis and above it. Therefore remember, y is equal to 4 gives us a straight line graph which is parallel to the x-axis and above the x-axis. Now y is equal to minus 2. If I draw the graph of y is equal to minus 2, similarly I get a straight line graph below the x-axis and parallel to x-axis. Therefore y is equal to minus 2 gives us a graph which is parallel to x-axis but below x-axis. That is what you have to remember. So in both the cases we have got straight line graphs parallel to x-axis, but if it is positive value then it is above the x-axis, negative value it is below the x-axis. Similarly, let us draw the graph of x is equal to 3 and x is equal to minus 3. Let us write this in standard form first. X is equal to 0 into y plus 3. Okay, and then for different values of x and y, find the ordered pairs. Now put x is equal to, if I put y is equal to 0 here, x is equal to 3, y is equal to 1, x is equal to 3, y is equal to minus 1, x is equal to 3, y is equal to minus 2, x is equal to 3. Now draw the graph with these ordered pairs with a suitable scale. I have chosen a scale here, and now x is equal to 3, y is equal to 0, x is 3 and y is 0, put a dot. Then x is equal to 3, y is equal to 1, put a dot. X is equal to 3, y is equal to minus 1, put a dot. X is equal to 3, y is equal to minus 2, put a dot. And now join the dots, we get a straight line graph on the parallel to y-axis and on the right side of y-axis. Therefore when x is equal to 3 is a positive number, then we get a straight line graph parallel to y-axis to the right side of y-axis. If x is equal to minus 3, then we will, when you draw the graph, we will get a straight line graph parallel to y-axis on the left side of the y-axis. So that is what you have to remember. When we draw the graph of y is equal to 4, y is equal to minus 2, or x is equal to 3 and x is equal to minus 3, in this case we have the graphs which are parallel to the x-axis. In this case we have the graphs which are parallel to the y-axis. Remember that. Now one more important graph, that is the graph of y is equal to 2x, or we can generalize it as y is equal to kx. Let us see what is the graph here. Now y is to 2x. Now let us get the ordered pairs first. For x, for different values of x, we have to find different values of y. Now if x is equal to 0, y is 0. If x is 2, y is 4. X is 2, y is 4. If x is 1, y is 2. If x is minus 1, y is minus 2. If x is minus 2, y is minus 4. We have got the ordered pairs. Now with a suitable scale on a coordinate plane, in a coordinate paper, in a graph sheet, draw this with a suitable scale and locate the points first. That means if x is 0, y is 0. X is 0, y is 0. X is 1, y is 2. Here put a dot. X is equal to 2, y is equal to 4. Put a dot. X is minus 1 and y is minus 2. Put a dot here. And x is minus 2 and y is minus 4. So we have got the dots here. Join the dots with a straight line. We have a straight line graph which passes through the origin. So please remember, any graph of the form y is equal to kx is a straight line graph which passes through the origin. And again, it's very important to understand here, if it is a positive value of 2x, if the coefficient is positive here, the graph will be inclined towards the right. But if the same graph is having 2 the negative value, then it will be inclined towards the left. That's why I have concluded here, the graph is a straight line graph. The graph passes through the origin. The graph is inclined towards the right if y is equal to kx, and the graph is inclined towards the left if y is equal to minus kx. A very important conclusion. Now let us sum up of everything what we have learned. Now that is understanding the graphs here. If the graph of y is equal to b, please understand, graph of y is equal to b is a straight line graph parallel to x-axis above x-axis. Graph of y is equal to minus b is a straight line graph parallel to x-axis below x-axis. Graph of x is equal to a is a straight line graph parallel to y-axis to the right of y-axis. Graph of x is equal to minus a is a straight line graph parallel to y-axis to the left of y-axis. Graph of y is equal to kx is a straight line graph passing through the origin. The equation of x-axis is very important. The equation of x-axis is y is equal to 0. Please remember, because every value of y on x-axis is 0, therefore the equation of x-axis is y is equal to 0. It means that the graph of y is equal to 0 is x-axis itself. The equation of y-axis is x is equal to 0, because every point on y-axis x is equal to 0, and it means that the graph of x is equal to 0 is y-axis itself. So remember that. Now this is a very important study here again to determine the equation of a line from the graph. All this time we were drawing the graph, but now here the graph is given, we have to form an equation. So let us understand this, and please understand this carefully and how it is done. Now we have been given a graph here. Now we know that the general equation of a linear graph is y is equal to ax plus b. Okay, y is equal to x plus b. Now put x is equal to 0 here, then y becomes b. Put x is equal to 0, y becomes b, and therefore the ordered pairs are 0 and b is a point on the straight line. So 0b is a point on the straight line. If y is equal to 0, please understand, if y is equal to 0, then ax plus b equal to 0. That means ax is equal to minus b, or x is equal to minus b by a. That means the coordinates when y is equal to 0, then we have a point on this graph, on the straight line graph, as minus b by a and 0. So we have one point 0b, another point minus b by a 0. Now let us locate these 2 points on this straight line. So now let us look at the graph there. We have 0b, and that is minus b by a 0. Now 0b is the point q, and minus b by a 0 is p. Now compare, 0b is 0,4 and minus b by a 0 we have to find here. So comparing we get that 0b is 0,4, the value of b is 4. The value of b I have got as 4. Now the graph in the other point p, we have got minus b by a 0, and when we take minus b by a 0, then it is x is 3 and y is 0, therefore minus b by a is 3. Now value of b is already known to us, it is 4, so it will be minus 4 by a is equal to 3, or a is equal to minus 4 by 3. So therefore what we have got is, we have got the values of a and b. A value is minus 4 by 3, and the b value is, as it is, we know that it is 4. Now put these two values of a and b in this general form, that is y is equal to ax plus b. Put it in that, we get y is equal to ax plus b, that is minus 4 by 3x plus 4, and simplify it, that means bring it in standard form. Multiplying by 3 we get 3 into y is 3y, 3 will cancel, minus 4x, 4 into 3 is 12, and 3y, so bring this 4x to the left, it will be 3y plus 4x is equal to 12, is the equation of the given straight line graph. So that is how we find out the equation of a straight line graph given to us. It is a very important method, so please learn this. Go through every point I have discussed, understand the basics correctly, clearly, and see how the graphs are drawn, understand the scale to be used, and the method followed in drawing the graphs, and remember, so that the knowledge of what you have gained can be applied in the coordinate geometry. Okay, note down everything in a book for your future reference. Thank you.